happy Monday. Today is Monday, March 23rd. Insane to think that March is already at its end. I don't know where the time went. I am a little bit behind this morning because I had a really busy weekend, so I slept in just the tiniest bit. Instead of waking up at like 7, I woke up at 7:20, and that kind of set me back just a little bit, but we did get the morning workout in. So if you watched my vlog last week, where I talked about how I wanted to prioritize my physical health more and just take better care of myself overall, that means I've been keeping up with it, and I'm really proud of myself for that. A whole week of keeping up with some kind of like physical effort routine. Like I said, I had a really busy weekend. My niece had a bunch of dance comps over the weekend, so it was just like driving back and forth, like starting on Thursday up until Sunday. But it was so fun seeing her doing what she loved. So we did that over the weekend, and then we also finally started our like coffee corner DIY project. If you follow me on Instagram, you might remember, I think I had posted about it when I bought the shelf. Maybe I hadn't, but I bought this IKEA shelf from Facebook Marketplace for like $50. And it's completely white, obviously. It's just like a basic IKEA shelf, but it had so much potential to be turned into like this beautiful coffee corner shelf. So we bought it like 3 months ago, with the point being that we would do this project. And I am vlogging the entire process of like this DIY project for Instagram. If you're not following me there yet, I would love to have you. I've also been posting more about like home renovation projects. I have my homeowner diaries, which is basically a series where I just share all of our DIY projects, and then also just like tips and knowledge that I've gathered along the way since we bought our house. So that DIY project is probably going to come, I'm going to be posting this next Monday. So I think it's probably going to be going live sometime this week, if it hasn't already been posted. We'll see. So anyways, lots of exciting plans this week, but for today, I mostly just have a lot of catching up to do on emails, because apparently people really like emailing me over the weekends. And then just a couple other things to take care of. It's pretty much the usual. I do have a quarterly like connection check-in with my manager. That's enough yapping, because it is now, what time is it? It's 9:20. So like I said, I'm a little bit behind, but it's not the end of the world. We're gonna catch up pretty quickly. I was gonna say I'm taking an early lunch break, but it's not early at all. It's 11:55. It's time for lunch. I got some pizza from my favorite pizza place yesterday because we spent literally all evening working on that coffee corner shelf. So I'm just gonna warm some up, and while that's cooking, I'm gonna vacuum the entire main floor and maybe even upstairs, honestly, because there is dust and cat hair and litter everywhere. Okay. Let's vacuum. Can you see me? I don't know. I'm going to apologize in advance because I know the lighting in here is absolute crap. But anyways, welcome to my messy basement that is obviously unfinished, but it's fine. We're gonna wax a couple things on the project. Can you see this? I think you can. I can't see from here. Maybe I need glasses, I think. I have one of the cupboards that needs to be waxed. We added molding. It's really pretty. Yeah. So we're just gonna get some waxing done. All of the others, like the other cupboard door and like the shelves, are done. I just need to wax that one and then wax this thing. I have about half an hour to even I could probably take an hour, but we're gonna see how much time it takes me to get all of this waxing done. It's relatively fast work, so we used all Behr products. So the paint that we used was chalk paint, as I previously mentioned, and then we're using this decorative finish wax from Behr with this big brush that you just kind of buff it in. And then technically, once the wax has dried, you can take a lint-free cloth and actually buff the spots that you really want to emphasize. So we added molding on the side of the shelves that are going to be going in here. So we're probably going to buff those at the very, very end. But for now, I just want to get some wax everywhere. While we're working on this project, I'm going to listen to an audiobook. I don't know if you saw that. I listened to my audiobooks on errands, which is Fable's sister app. And I work at both companies because we're all under the same umbrella. Anyways, I don't really know what to listen to. I was listening to Lights Out by Navisa Allen, which is a dark romance, because I've heard very good things about it from the dark romance community. But if I'm being honest with you, I'm not really a dark romance girly. I can be, but sometimes it just isn't my cup of tea. You get what I mean? So, how about I start a mystery thriller? I think I'm going to give that a try. My best friend's favorite author is Lisa Jewell. She's obsessed with all of her books, and she has recommended them to me multiple times. And I have a couple on my shelves, but I've never actually read any of them. So I think I'm going to start listening to Then She Was Gone by Lisa Jewell. I'm going to start working on this, and we're going to get as much done before we need to get back to work. One thing that's a little bit frustrating though, the second cupboard door that I waxed, we had a hard time with nailing the molding on that one, and so there were a couple places where the wood kind of frayed, and so there's kind of a bunch of wood dust that has mixed a bit with the paint and the wax. I know that with the wax I'll be able to kind of rub it off afterwards. I just hope that it'll rub off entirely and easily, but I mean, for a first DIY project like this, I think we did pretty good. So now it's entirely waxed. I have no idea if you can even like see a difference from before it was waxed to now. Again, the lighting in here sucks, but it's entirely, oh shoot, no it's not. I didn't do the top. This is not comfortable at all. I could just see AJ trying to do this and then he would see a spider. Poor guy. I moved from only using a brush to going in with the brush and then kind of rubbing the wax in using a cloth. I only got a teeny tiny bit of wax on my sweatpants. Now we're gonna let this dry, and I have a feeling that AJ and I are probably only gonna get to finish this on Thursday, so hopefully in next week's vlog I'll get to show you the finished result. But again, I am vlogging the entire process for this, so it might be up on Instagram before it's up on YouTube, but regardless, it will be up on both at some point. Today is actually way less busy than I'd anticipated. I got through my inbox really quickly. I prepped like all the docs that I needed to prep today. Like almost everything in my workday is already done. So I think I am gonna step out in maybe 20 to 30 minutes to go and run those errands. And then I'll get back to meetings for the rest of the day. I just got out of an hour worth of meetings and I am now eating applesauce before I wrap up the rest of my day. I had a meeting from 3 to 3:45. Actually, it's an hour and a half. I had a meeting from 3 to 3:45 with my manager to kind of go over employee performance for Q1. And then we had a meeting with a potential partner that went very, very well. I do need to follow up with them with a couple things, so that's what I'm going to do. I need to answer an email. What else do I have?